taking every part of me. Now you know where to be found. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. You make love so complicated. I thought I knew you. You make love so complicated. I give you my heart. You make love so complicated. So damn tired of trying to understand why I still believe that what we have was ever meant to last. Guess you made a fool of me. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm slowly breaking. You make love so complicated. I'm only seeing blue. You make love so complicated. Why do I still believe? You make love so complicated.
I live my life searching for the light. Been learning to fight through the darkness. I'll get this right. We were born to shine and we still got time. It's not hopeless. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Yeah, I've lost my crown, but no, I will not bow. You know I'm here right now for the long run. Yeah, you see me down, but you know I'll never drown. You know I'll get back up on it somehow. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another night of Rocket Soccer Confederation action. I'm Frost, and joining me for this first series is Smokey Bear. You want to say hi?
Hello, everybody. I'm really excited to be here tonight. An excellent matchup, and you know, yeah, Frost, I'm really looking forward to it.
Good to hear. Good to hear. That first match, of course, is in the prospect here. We've got the Council of Sir Pawns playing against Ox Gaming and Colwatisi. A battle, it would seem, to stay in the fight for playoffs, I think, right now. Both teams kind of struggling at the back. 24 game wins on the Pawns side, 19 on Colwatisi, places them 7th and 8th out of the 12 teams. How do you think they're going to stack up? In paper, it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, Ancola Watusi as well. They've scored 131 goals, Pawns scoring 117. So I think we're going to see two aggressive sides battling it out tonight. And, you know, having a wee look at the, you know, the team stats here is we're seeing a lot of saves for both of these teams. So while we're going to see, I think, two really aggressive sides, I think we're going to see some clutch moments coming in on defense too.
For sure, and I did just briefly want to run over some of the players on this team. Assuming he's playing tonight, Loopy from Council of Sir Pawns averaging 2 saves a game at the minute, just a nutty total, around double of what his teammates have been putting up at the minute.
Yeah, crazy amount of goals, and I think that in a matchup like this, I think it's going to be those players that can score those goals here in the prospect here. You know, those players who are the hard hitters with those power shots, and you know, trying to, you know, break that rotation for the other team. That could be what makes a difference here.
Without a doubt. And also that shooting percentage as well. That's 40%. That's mad. That's also top of the pitch. So definitely one to watch out for. Also bring it over to the other side real quickly. Very physical play on this Ox Gaming side. Lots of demos from Frost and Worst, mainly Frost. I definitely think we'll be expecting to see tonight as the captain leading the way. 1.73 per game, which, okay, on paper doesn't sound a lot, but over the course of the series, that's 8. In the right places, that can get you 8 goals.
Well, you know, we've had some interesting matchups. You know, last series when Cola Watusi that I casted, and we had some high scoring games. You know, we ended up having a Brazil. So I wonder if we'll see more of the same tonight, more of this high scoring, high octane action, or whether these are going to be really tight knit, really close games. You know, both teams battling it out to the very second. Game 5 with overtime every single game. Should we have a wee go for predictions?
Oh, absolutely. Let's go for it. We were chatting before about how we thought this would go. I think we both agreed this wasn't going to be a shutout either way, as we've already explained. But I'm giving this one by a whisker to the Council of Sir Pawns, 3-1 over this Ox Gaming side. Okay,
that's good. And I'm going to go with a draw this time. Last time I went 4-0 to Ancola Watusi. And this time I'm going to go for the draw. I think, you know, this is a really even matchup, and as I was saying, it's going to come to these very, very clutch moments, you know, between these two teams, and I think we're going to see a few stars on the field tonight, that's for sure.
Indeed, and it looks as though the players are ready and raring to go as well, in which case, I think it's about time we threw them in. Now, of course, this Ancola Watusi side playing in red, the Pawns playing in white. Nice little colour contrast for you on the screen. And here we are. Oh, sudden colour switch. Got confused myself there, but we're going to take the kickoff anyway now. Risen up against Mutstruck on the kickoff, and it's gone very neutral. Frost capitalising hardest, but he's put it straight into the hands of Biz. Mutstruck off to the backboard, looking for a double, but can't beat out Risen. Looks like this ball is going to be put back into the box by Voodoo, but cleared once again by Biz. Back to a neutral game.
On here goes Risen there, trying to find Biz there in the middle. Mutt's going to see it out. We see a bit of space now for Ancola Watusi. But Veiled there, closing it down fast, closing down that play with a little demo. Here comes the counter attack. Biz manages to find a touch on the end of it up to the backboard. No support initially, so Voodoo able to take it down. Play it up for another 50, but it's Field once again taking the fight up, but a big clear from Mutz, and maybe another one here to the backboard corner. Biz though managing to find the other side of that. Bit of back and forth here, Frost.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think we expected anything less than the... Oh no.
Oh my
A
goodness.
complete shutdown. Biz piling on through. I mean, this first touch was nice. Playing that down nice and low gets it over the Ancora Watusi defense. But the last touch as well, placed into the bottom right corner to confuse the last player. I think that was Voodoo at the back there. And it's a brilliant opener. And with a good amount of time off the clock already, it's entirely possible they hold this for remaining 4 minutes. Another attempt getting close by Veiled Boy there, but it's going to be cleared out by Voodoo.
Yeah, now that we've had a minute or so on the field, I'm eyeing up the players here on the field, and I'm seeing some good plays all over, and I'm seeing some really good commitments, some good rotations right now. And you know, we had a super excellent clip there off the bat coming in from Pawns, and you know, that started the series off well, but just look at how it's transforming back into this fight again, this fight of back and forth, attack and defence. Here's Frost now with a big clear up into the middle to be collected by Biz. Biz going up, second touch, goes to the backboard, Ryzen's closing in, and there's the second goal for Pawns. Ryzen here there, beautiful read coming in from Biz, and what a pass as well, you must say. Delicious stuff there.
Yeah, it's once it gets to the backboard, it's always a bit of a nightmare getting it back into the middle of the box. But with a death pinch like that, this set Risen up honestly as well as he could have done. That was some excellent player-to-player stuff, basically. They just linked up right on each other's head, and maybe Biz can do something similar here. A doink gets it to the corner, playing it back out. Risen is there, but can't get a handle on it. Veil maybe better positioned, but backed off. And quickly so, because he needed to get onto this ball. Plays it over the top of one, can't get the follow-up touch, and he's going to turn back again to get some boost. Frost picking this one up in the midfield, chasing it down. Veilboy with a weak touch, and Frost is able to play that straight into the near post. Risen not expecting that ball to bounce away onto the way it did.
And yeah, very unfortunate touch for Veilboy, and Frost, very cold response time, I must say. You know, that was absolutely super quick, and that could be a clinical goal here, a clinical start possibly for Ancora Watusi. But Councillor Sills Pawns, they'll be looking to close that idea down. Voodoo backing off here, passing it off for Mutz. Rising there, gets that big clear in towards the middle. Maybe another 50-50 coming. No, it's going to be Biz. Trying to go for that bump play, but it's just not quite worked out there. But will there be enough pressure to mount another attack here for the Pawns?
Oh, surely they've got another 2 minutes on the clock. Risen going to get a touch over the side here. An odd amount of time not to have anyone on the ball. The players on Ancora Watusi not quite ready for that bump to come through. And that touch from Biz was enough to beat 2. Risen though, it's a low roller into Voodoo. Maybe this is the attack you're talking about though. Voodoo getting a touch. Veiled Boy only able to tap it over behind him. But now it's an open net. I think if Biz can put this on target, Mutz not able to get the speed to get back in time.
Yep, they're seeing it here again. There's a nice calculated pass in towards the middle, and look at the amount of space that, you know, that short ball was created, and you know, it's put Mutz in a very awkward position, and having to get back fast, having to try and reach that. Not quite worked out there. 3-1 to the Pawns, and it's a very strong first game for them. Possibly a 4th goal coming up. As you said, player-to-player action created, utilising the backboard, utilising the field and awareness around them. Absolutely super stuff there, and Ryzen closing it, going back down.
And yeah, nice. Just want to mention the backboard again there. There's no one currently on the backboard from Ancora Watusi. If you have a player up there, you can shut down some of these players a little more easily, I think. Councillor Sir are kind of relying on getting that ball high up where it can't be played around by Ox Gaming. We see it again there. Ball being tapped high by Risen off the backboard. Biz sees Mutz isn't threatening the backboard, able to take a touch straight over the top of him into the back of the net.
Yep, 5-1 here. We did say we could have high scoring games on our hands, and well, we've got one here in game number 1. I was just anticipating another shot there coming in. from Councillor Sir Pawns could be 6-1 here. Here's another shot coming off the crossbar, and it's just an unrelenting attack from them right now, isn't it, Frost?
Yeah, it really feels like after they got the second, they haven't stopped an awful lot. Maybe need to see a moment of recovery coming from Ox Gaming here. Frost going to play this ball straight onto Risen's forehead. That bump won't secure the goal. It wasn't quite enough interruption, but it was another threatening opportunity from the Pawns.
Yep, and you know, we've only had one real opportunity here for Nkola Watusi, and they did manage to get the goal from it. But apart from that, you know, it's been complete domination here. And this one just goes from post to post, and Veiled just comes in, cleans it up at the very last second, and we could be on our way to Brazil once more.
Let's hold our tongues until we get it. We don't want to count our chickens just yet. 45 seconds to do it, but also 45 seconds to swing the momentum back in Ox Gaming's favour. They don't want to end this game, I think, with their heads in the mud. There's still 3 more games, and that's a guarantee. It's not like you can win this in 3. You have to play all 4 for those bonus points. 25 seconds now. Mutt out to Frost, deflected back into the mixer, but nobody there to follow up. I think Frost there a little hesitant to commit. Don't want to concede another goal, but it's actually going to be off the back of Biz. That one trickles into the net. It's not the touch he wanted to get. It's not the touch his teammates wanted to get. But when you push up onto that near post like that, you've got to be ready to react in a flash. Otherwise, that ball is going to go somewhere you don't want to.
Yeah, some tricky work there in the corner by Voodoo. And as you said, they didn't want to go down in the mud. They're still fighting for it here in this game number 1. Even though the clock's not went down, maybe this could be another opportunity for them as the ball goes up into the air. Much just can't reach it, but it is still up. Possibly, but no. Pawns take game number 1. And my goodness, what an attacking game number 1 it was. That was 11 shots for Councillor Sir's Pawns there. 11 shots compared to 2 shots coming in from Frost, and of course Voodoo with the tricky work up in the corner. How did you feel about that game 1, Frost?
Yeah, it's incredibly dominant, and it's a shame that Nkola Watusi have struggled so much coming to this first one. It's not the mark you want to make on the series early. You want to have a good showing in game 1. And 2 and 6 isn't the numbers you want to put up. And as much as you can say, oh, they put up 11 shots and they only got 6 goals, that's like 50%. That's still a lot of goals when you consider it's 11 shots. And so basically we need to see more numbers from this Ox Gaming side. Boost usage looking substantially higher, really, on the Councillor Sir Pawns side. Looking at 2,700 from Risen across the course of this game. It's good effect here.
Yep, and you know, all these goals, you know, they all count, and you know, as we look towards the rest of the season, you know, each and every single game is always so important. You know, and it was definitely a clinical first game there for Councillor Sir Pawns.
We're just resolving some stuff in the lobby right now, as it appears some of the players have lost connection to the game. We'll try and get it resolved as soon as possible.
Yep, then you know.
But for now, we'll keep talking about this game 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the thing quickly before we jump back to it. You know, with esports, there's always something that happens with servers, and it's always a Psionics please moment, isn't there, somewhere?
I mean, what do you think of Frost's performance in that game? I think especially on the Ox Gaming side, the captain, the one that in an ideal world is kind of leading out these players. What was your take on his performance?
So I think that, you know, it was a little bit of a really strong start for Nkola Watusi in general, and I think that the 3 of them were working really well round each other, and then we started to see that attacking performance from Frost coming in, and of course Frost managing to find that slip up from Veiled from the back corner. It was a really creative opportunity in terms of, like I said at that point, response time. And I noticed that, you know, Frost was on that pitch very sharp, and that was why I said a very cold moment it was. You know, and we've seen that twice now. You know, we've seen some trickery in the corner as well from Voodoo. So, you know, with we're getting a new server as well. You know, I'm interested to see what Ankola Vatusi can do, and what Frost can do in this next game.
Now we're just loading back in ourselves now on this new server, hoping, praying that this one is going to stick it out from now on.
Yep, and the players are here, or they're rocking and rolling and ready to go. Right then, okay. I've muchly anticipated that game number 2 begins. We got 5 minutes on the clock. What will happen? We had the dramatic game number 1, big scoreline. Will it be more of the same? Will it be a really close game? Here goes Frost trying to take it down. The muchly spoken about player here. And also caster, amazing caster we've got with us. Much they are taking it down away up into the middle. But again, that big clear, that big boom, we saw a lot of it in the start of game number 1. A goal broke eventually, but just how long will it take in this game, Frost?
Well, it may not be an awful long. I thought that ball was going to fall down a little more than it did much, though. Playing this one through to the back wall, can't get a follow-up. Frost also sailing past at one, opens up Risen in the midfield. Voodoo going to flip this one away. It's a weak touch, though. Biz with a touch off the side of the right post, though. Frost going to get this away to this side. Almost spills that one to Veiled, but it's Ox Gaming side are able to carry on playing from this goalless scoreline. For now, Biz rails that one up towards the crossbar. It's not going to go in, but there's a lot of pressure early from Council Serve.
Yep, and you know, that initial pressure could be starting to look like a dangerous moment or two. But you know, Ankola Vatusi's defence, they're hanging out right now. Here's Frost now, the big clear. Manages to take it away down into the corner, got the second touch. Rolls along the backboard, Ryzen managing to get up, get it collected, get it out to the other side of the field and flip that pressure back onto Ankola Vatusi's defence. And now some tricky ceiling stuff coming out, Biz onto the backboard, much a nice clear away. Voodoo now taking it up, switching it up to the other side of the field, manages to get past Failed, but a 50 from Biz just floats the ball all the way to the other side of the field where Frost manages to pick it up and try and keep that pressure on. But look, once more, it's Councillor Sir's Pawns on the attack. A double commit here coming in, and unfortunately no goal coming from it. You always love to see them, Frost.
Yeah, it really feels like a lot of end-to-end gameplay at the minute. Mutz with the opportunity, the shot isn't going to be able to take it, but Frost with a follow-up, maybe a bit of a fake, caught off the Councillor Sir. Pawns over there, Ox Gaming leads game number 2, despite that shocker of a game number 1.
And well, there you have it, you know. We're 2 minutes in, and Ankola Vatusi have managed to get that first goal when they didn't have that in game 1, like you just mentioned. Now that they have it, what's it going to be their destiny in game 2? Will they create more opportunities just like that one coming in from Frost there? And will it be that dream game number 2 that they would very much like right now? Frost now trying to take it up, only to meet Ryzen up in the wall. And it's just seeming to be Pawns managing to keep on with the pressure, but not really being as clinical as they were last game. Here's Failed Boy now. Can't do much past Voodoo. Here goes Voodoo. We've seen some trickery in the corner before. Could this be another moment? Much closing in. Rising there. Managing to see it away from now. But wait, there's more. It's just shot after shot coming in this game here.
Yeah, lots of shots, a lot more pressure from Ox Gaming this time around. It really feels like this side, the Council Serve Pawns, are being shut out that little bit more, especially in the midfield. We talk about its control being so crucial to a team. We're seeing why this best patrol on the midfield line, at least on the direct account, I saw 2 of them go through, and it's exactly what they need. Frost wrapping that one round the back into the near post is going to secure a second goal for Ox Gaming here. Veiled maybe could have got that 50, but it was going to be a stretch. And what you don't want really there is a bad touch. So that's just going to send the ball hanging into that golden zone for one of those Ox Gaming players to finish it off anyway. A really good sequence of pressure.
And yeah, you know, we've seen some solid performances from these teams in game number 1, and you know, there seems to be something spicing this up. This seems to have been, you know, shaken and stirred here in this series, and my goodness, it is certainly shaping up to be an amazing one at that. Here's Voodoo chasing this into the corner, the 50 with Biz. Here's Frost pre-jumping up, manages to get the connection, but Field Boy with the read. This one might just roll right in, not without a double touch from Much though. Voodoo having to challenge it up from the back wall. It's going to create a bit of space here in the middle for Veiled. Manages to meet Much there, just on the back. And here comes the pass. Voodoo to the crossbar. My goodness, it's a goal. It's Much. It's Ankola Watusi. It's 3-0. Unbelievable scenes here in Forbidden Temple.
Veiled Boy not quite expecting to have to take the touch, was expecting Risen, I think, to get the touch the first time around, which would have allowed him to play the second ball in, but he's not afforded that time. Ox Gaming catching for Council of Pawns so off guard here. Ankola Watusi looking nothing like the force we were in the first game. However, so close to a goal here. Veiled Boy going to set this one to the side. Council of Pawns so looking like they deserved a goal there.
Yeah, you know, they've been knocking at the door all game long, and they've just not quite been able to get in. But with 30 seconds left to go, you'll be thinking, right, okay, you know, we can at least have the reset for game 3, but let's just throw everything we've got at them right now. And this could be the first one. Rising there, jumping a little bit early, so Frost's going to meet it down in the corner. Goes Much, going in for that bump, doesn't quite make it. Still looking a little bit awkward there, but it was good defence from Council of Pawns, keeping the play away from now. And as the ball's going to drop here, or will it? It's a very interesting game number 2, a very different game number 2, Ankola Watusi taking this game. My Frost, did you expect that? My prediction for the draw is looking pretty good right now. Both of these teams, you know, they're shaping up real nice.
I expected a switch up. I did not expect this from Ox Gaming. Just a total turnaround, I think, compared to the last one. And it's really hard to pinpoint what they changed other than making sure they were keeping the pressure once they had it. I struggle to think of a time a Council of Sir, well, A, an easy time getting out their own box, and B, when they did, being able to keep that up, much more cohesive defense, I think, is the underline here.
Yeah, 100%. I think that, you know, they took what they had in game number 1, you know, that very first 30 seconds to 1 minute we had there, and they just showed us that, you know, for the whole 5 minutes, and you know, and that has turned around, you know, this series essentially, you know, especially in terms of their confidence, I think. And this game 3 is probably going to be, quite spicy here, and maybe I think this could be the point in the series that we start to see, you know, as you say, some of these, you know, some of these different plays coming out. And maybe we'll get some physicalities going on in the field. You know, we've had a couple of attempted bumps, but there's not been too much contact yet. Will it be a different one in this game number 3? Here we go.
Absolutely promised you high contact as well, but it might not be high contact, which gets an opening goal for the Pawns here. It's not going to be a goal either way just yet. Veiled Boy is having us out to the midfield. Biz off the backboard back down is going to be cleared away by Voodoo. Mutz now trying to flip as fast as he can towards that ball, is going to get a touch, make things a little awkward for the defense. And this one rolling in now, Frost too late on it, pops out. Mutz off the backboard again. Voodoo with a follow-up touch is going to trickle off to the sidewall. Maybe he can take control again though. Maybe he can get a pass out to Frost, cut off by Veiled Boy though. This ball hanging around the midfield just a little longer here.
Yeah, and you know, started off the game number 3 quite well. And you know, Council of Pawns as well. They're having a more conscious game number 3, I believe, as well. You know, we saw a lot of pre-jumping, we saw a lot of you know, assurances, and that shot almost an assurance there for Frost. You know, we've seen loads of assurances for Council of Pawns in game 1 that, you know, they were going to be scoring high amounts of goals, but you know, what Ankola Watusi have done to turn this around on their heads so far has been absolutely impressive. Just like rising and that impressive double save. Absolutely clutch stuff there. That could be a defining moment. But wait, here comes another play deflected up from Mutts. Voodoo there trying to jump up for it, but it was cleared away. Now Biz managing to beat another one, playing the ball down into the corner. Again, big clear out. Good defence from both teams so far, Frost. But could this be another opportunity?
Well, it's not going to be another opportunity quite. That one, oh, pinches almost right into the top corner there, but it is going to be pushed away to the side by Ox Gaming. Biz now with another opportunity. A tap off the backboard. Veiled Boy, I think, was aiming top corner. That's blocked out before he can really get the shot off. Biz now back into the midfield. Tapped down by Frost. Is there a teammate there to follow up? It's a looking a little ropey on defense. Risen can get that through, but he's taken clean out the play by Frost there.
Yeah, we talked about physicalities. I did say it was going to spice up, and you know, we've still not had a goal yet. Don't want to cost it, but you know, it's looking really, really hot here for both of these teams. You know, it's really calculated stuff we're seeing here on the field, and just which one of these teams is going to break first? That is the question. Frost managing to get the touchdown. Mutts punts it up into the middle, and there's Veiled Boy there, getting also bumped by Biz there on the pass. Biz now manages to get that second touch in the corner, but it only falls off for a shot for Voodoo. Again, that trickery, that magic, that voodoo coming up here in the corner, just perfectly off the crossbar. You wouldn't believe it. Insane stuff here from N'Kola Watusi. Sovereign Heights, well, living it up.
Yeah, a big city play for Big City Arena. Veiled Boy, though, might be about to make another one here. Plays that one, floats that one towards the top left corner. And there's just nothing that Ox Gaming can do about it. Frost forced into a slightly bad touch by Biz there. That's just really good disruption play, frankly. And Frost and Mutts Chuck there. We saw them in the box, not able to get a touch on that ball before it was hammered home.
Yep, and you know, it was just an absolutely beautiful placement shot there from Veiled. Knew exactly what they wanted to do with it. Oh my goodness, and this one's just slipped in the corner, top bins. And you know, I think that Council of Sarpons, they'll be loving that here in game number 3.
Yeah, and that's definitely not the flip that Mutts was looking for. The principle is actually not bad. The worst thing you can do there is try and flip towards the goal to try and get more leftwards on the ball. And then you end up rotating with the fast... Wait, is that another one? That's another goal from Voodoo. These goals coming thick and fast after some initial delay. Risen not getting an amazing touch out of there. Impacted heavily by Frost 50. And it's flying over the top of all the defense. A lot more higher goals, I think, overall. A lot more aerial competence required from both sides. If we're going to get this in, Veiled Boy, though, off the kickoff. It just has to go in. All it has to do is cross the line, and that's exactly what they've done to establish a lead here. We thought initially this might be going Ox Gaming's way based on that opening goal, but oh my, what a sequence. We haven't been able to keep up.
We really haven't, and Veiled Boy as well. 3 goals just absolutely out of nowhere. I was talking about response time, I was talking about creativity, I was talking about, you know, these players who can step up and make their mark here. And my goodness, Veiled Boy has made his mark. And Sovereign Heights, and also I was going to say there's someone else who's made their mark here in Sovereign Heights. Also with 3 goals for N'Kola Watusi is that magic voodoo. You know, both of these teams absolutely giving it. They're all out here on the field tonight.
And definitely bringing some magic too. Some of these goals aren't necessarily characteristic of the prospect here, and yet they keep being put in the back of the net. That was an excellent infield pass before. We might be able to see something here. That ball was looking like it was in a decent position, but not quite. Risen though, the tap back to Biz. It's over everyone, and it's in the back of the goal. Councillor Sir Pawns leading again. 75 seconds on the clock now, though. The time for Councillor Sir to bring the scoreline back is getting less and less with every goal they concede.
Yep, that's it. It was a bit of a hectic moment there, and Councillor Sir Pawns, they've really came out strong here. You know, they're really linking up well on the field, finding each other, creating opportunities, and you we've seen a couple of double limits for each team. We've seen a couple of team bumps from each team, and you know, it's really coming down to, there's another one there, it's really coming down to who is here showing up the best that they can tonight, and Voodoo managing to get an equaliser once again for Nkola Watusi. And as you see, all of these goals absolutely spectacular. We have a show on our hands tonight, thanks to these players, thanks to you guys in the chat with us. It has been absolutely amazing. In this game 3, we are, like I said, just absolutely living it up.
There might be another goal coming in very soon. Frost off a backboard, but no follow-up from his teammates. What I think we should expect to see in the near future is a real cleanup on the defense, because it's getting very scattered. We saw one person back, a total from a Council of Sir Pawns there, and it trickles into the back of the net. Frost, it's a quick goal, 106 kilometers per hour. It's a pretty speedy one, but Risen not going to be happy, I don't think, with being caught out in the corner with that one.
Yep, absolutely capitalised on the opportunity. Possibly another one here. It's absolutely sinking past the back post. Much there, puts it up in the backboard once more. Here goes Voodoo. Backboard once again. It's Much going up. Field Boy, great 50. Frost has to take over, but can't. So there's going to be some space and some time from Biz here, and the physicality is coming out from Ryzen. Gets the double bump, but Voodoo with an insane recovery manages to keep the lead for Nkola Watusi. And now Biz trying to create this opportunity for Council of Sir Pawns, but the opportunity is the shot, and it was a magnificent one at that. 3 seconds left here in this match, and a crucial goal from Council of Sir Pawns could take us to a very interesting overtime.
Yeah, 3 seconds. Let's see that it doesn't end right here and now. Touch the ground and overtime. Remember, the scoring is done based on your game wins in this league. It's no good, you know, getting 3 of these games and then dropping 1. This could be what decides which of these teams gets into playoffs later in the season. Mutz now able to get a 50, puts that one high. Any follow-up? There's Risen off the corner. Does he have a follow-up? He does, but Voodoo is going to beat him to that ball and get it cleared into the middle of the pitch. And one of his teammates may be about to follow up Frost, electing just to take the boost instead. This one continues to bounce around. A nasty double leaves Biz with the ball. It's off the backboard, veiled in place to take the shot, but it's denied by Voodoo.
Yeah, and very intense moments here as Ryzen capitalising, rising up to the heat here in overtime. Only 44 seconds. That flame burned quickly, and the defence of Nkola Watusi, it burned. Council of Sir Pawns takes game number 3, and my, the 2 each could be completely on here, just as the 3-1. How are you feeling for our last game of the series here tonight, Frost? I mean, this was a really interesting game number 3. Look at the amount of shots on that stat.
That's 22 in total. That's 22. And in 5 minutes, that's, I think, 1 every 20 seconds or so. Someone in chat will correct me if that's wrong. That's just kind of mad to think about how often these teams are getting these opportunities to slide the fate of the game into their favour. And not many saves to boot either, so the quality of the shots, yes, were good, but definitely an area of improvement for both sides. And Nkola Watusi, I think, definitely will be kicking themselves, certainly over a goal which got them into this overtime. Voodoo pushed a little too far forward, I think, was chancing a 50 against his opposition, and that left Mutz in a 3v1. It was going to be a struggle, and the Council of Sir players just barreled the ball over the top of them into that goal to force that overtime.
Yep, you know, they absolutely did, and a very eventful game, a very dramatic game, and I think it sets the tone here for game number 4, final game of the series. Here's Field Boy trying to start things off. Frost there manages to come out, get that awkward whiff, And it just plays up into a perfect place there for Field Boy, rolls it right along the ground, and Ryzen manages to just go in, snap it up, put it in the back of the net. For Council of Serpons, it's a dream start here in game number 4. You know, with plenty of time left though, they're going to have to keep up that pressure, keep up those goals coming in. Biz there going for another one, but Mutt's in with a clutch save.
Now that's definitely going to keep Ox Gaming within the realms of this game. This ball deflected away. Risen though, I think Veilboy might have had a run on a goal there. Risen going to play it off him, and so it's Frost laying this one down. It's not quite got that elevation, needs to get to the goal, but maybe something from Mutz could, or maybe from Voodoo off the backboard. Frost hanging a long way back, doesn't want to get caught off by a counter attack like they did so often in game number 1. But right now, you want to live to play, and that's exactly what the Council of Ser have done here. Getting up, getting in the faces of Ankola Watusi, and playing this ball all around the defense into the back of the net. It's 2 goals in about 50 seconds.
Yep, all series we've seen this backboard being utilised, and in my opinion, all series have seen the Pawns utilise it that little bit more critically. I think it was what they did more in game number 1, as you were saying as well, and in game number 2 and game number 3 we didn't see as much of it. If they start to use it here more, you know, as it was their advantage then, you know, we could see possibly another high scoring game. But I don't think in Call of Duty they're gonna sit down to it. Here goes Voodoo trying to whip something up there, but it only breaks possession for Nkola Watusi and gives it to Pawns, which is taken up from Ryzen, but Voodoo managing to get a big clear away for now. Again, that game of back and forth, that game of trying to hold on to possession but giving it away, because there's very, very pressured moments out here on the field. And now Ryzen not feeling much of that pressure, managing to create that opportunity for Biz. Biz now plays it for Veiled, the team play, all the players getting involved, participating, goal participation for maybe all 3 of them here, but no, the physicality is coming out once more from Frost. And you know, after 2, you know, initial really quick goals, it's back into this game back and forth. I think the teams are holding out a little bit better in their rotations as well, Frost.
Yeah, and especially now we've reached this pause, it definitely feels like a more level game. Voodoo now getting this one out to the side, maybe with a follow-up. Can't beat out Risen. It's another opportunity for Council Ser here, but blocked away, and it's a nice clear as well. Coming out of that defense, Mutz up to the corner, Veiled back in, Biz looking for another bump. Risen is there, but it's blocked out by Frost. I'm not sure we're going to see another shot coming here. Or maybe we are. Veiled. Beaten out by Frost. It's on the edge of being a crystal clear opportunity for the Council of Ser Pawns. But every time Ox Gaming are getting a wheel, a bumper, just a tiny part of their car in front of that ball to deflect it to the side, and they're rewarded with an opportunity on the counter-attack there. This ball continuing to bounce around with neither side at this point really having much to do with it. Frost now long clear. He's going to get off the backboard. Biz needs a good touch, and he's going to get it.
Yep, and it's looking like a really good opportunity here for Nkola Watusi, but just will the ball go in the net or not? And Council of Serpons, a lifeline there on the defence. And now Biz and Veiled finding that short pass link-up play, and Veiled taking it up and over the defence of Nkola Watusi, putting it in the back of the net, securing a 3rd goal here for the Pawns. And you know, that's 100% goal participation for Veiled Boy there. You know, 2 assists and a goal. Veiled Boy absolutely star performance here tonight.
And you really do want to be getting involved in a series like this. These contributions are absolutely massive. Voodoo, though, going to drop this one down. A big double could throw a spanner in the works. Voodoo and Frost, again, both struggling to get touches on this ball. The 2 of them needing to work out where the falls off is in their communication, because that's another opportunity by the wayside that could so easily have put them in a solid position to really stake their claim in this game.
Yep, and you know, that's what, as a minute they have left now, they need to do exactly. Cement it in place, get that 4th goal. A lot can happen in the space of a minute in Rocket League if you have that possession, if you have that pressure. if you have that looming, ever so dangerous attack. And here goes Frost now with the layoff from Voodoo. Frost managing to take it into the corner. Great 50 there, but it's only going to be met by Biz on the backboard. Now Much takes it up to the side wall, only to be beaten away by Veiled Boy. We've seen it once before. There's Rising trying to turn around, but there's Biz with a great follow-up. As you can see, the players following in the back at each other here and just finding these rotations, finding these shots, finding these pressured plays here on the defence of Ankolo Watusi. And it's very impressive stuff, and it's what's got them a huge lead here in this game number 4, our final game of the series. And of course to your prediction as well. Councillor Serpon, take it.
I'd almost completely forgotten that my prediction was 3-1 to this side. Ox Gaming had been looking so dominant. I'd set away my initial preconceptions about this series entirely, and so we've ended up in this situation where, yeah, I'm right. I'm disappointed because I don't think it reflects the series that we saw. We saw some amazing plays from Ankolo Watusi, but only rewarded with a single game here.
You know, I think that they absolutely did give it their all out there in the field. I think that showed in the play. You know, and I think that they showed us and they showed everyone else, you know, and their division that, you know, they are a team to be reckoned with. But Councillor Sarpons, you know, I think they showed that, you know, they were absolutely amazing. And Rising Heat, they are picking up the series MVP. 96 points, 14 shots and 5 goals. Absolute clinical finisher. And you know, what an impressive performance it was from both of these teams. After that series, I'm feeling pretty warmed up. I feel absolutely spiced up, like I want to get on and play. You know, I think that we've seen so much blood, sweat and tears coming in from both of these teams. It was an absolutely incredible performance. How do you feel about that now, Frost?
Well, I've got another series after this, and you can get along with some gameplay of your own after this, because you won't be joining me for this next one. But I believe Pegasus will, and so after the break, we've got a game from the Elite tier, casted by me, casted by Pegasus, and hopefully that'll be starting in 20 minutes time. See you in a little while, everyone.
See you soon, folks.
Me loving, I need your I'm drowning in something and I can't come out. Just show me loving, I need loving. Need myself, ain't enough. It's like being hooked up to a crushing heart. I want you to know how bad it hurts. You got me beside along my heart. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do. Hold me, lover. I need you, lover. 'Cause I'm falling in too quickly and I can't break free. Just hold me, lover. I need you, lover. Me and myself ain't enough. It's like being alone in a crashing car. I need you to know how bad it hurts. Hearing the sound of my broken heart. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do.
You don't like the lights, but it's camera time. Said take the picture, but you rolled your eyes. Now I'm mortified and still terrorized. Push me behind to get me from my better side. I wanna push you back, but that's all you want. Wanna rub me up, I'm holding back. Tryna get me framed, throw me in cuffs. Said I attacked you, that's just a false truth. No need to argue, and yeah, I've had enough. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone. I find you there. There's more to me. Everywhere I try to go alone, I find you there. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. Oh, there's more to me. Anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. I'm so scared to leave my house, so I cannot run free from this. Always being watched by you, and that's so inconsiderate. My privacy, does that exist? Probably haven't heard of it. Need to live a different life, cause lights and cameras are in it. Trying to find a silver lining. All I do is avoid the violence. But you're here again, I'm losing it. There's no more screaming in silence. Get out my face, turn off the flash. I hate the fame, no more of that. Leave me alone, or I'll collapse. I need a break, don't feel the crack. You'll follow me anywhere I try to be alone. I'll find you there. There's more to me. Everywhere I try to go alone, I find you there. Yeah, yeah. You'll follow me anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. Oh, there's more to me. Anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. I find you there.
Can I dive deep into the darkness in your heart? Trust you more than anyone I have met before. Don't care who you are or who you want to be. I'll be here until the day that you leave me. When I'm with you, I know I'm safe beside your arms. I'll make sure that you won't ever feel lonely no more. Whatever past we had, the future we will see. I'll be here until the day that you leave me. beside me. Without you, without you, without you beside me. I'm the storm that meets the moon. I'm the sun that will not move. Do you think you are? Who do you think you
And we're back. Hello again, everyone. If you just joined us, welcome to a night of Rocket Soccer Confederation Europe action. This series coming up now, it's a return to the Glaciers Conference once again. We've got the Visionary Prophets up against the Forge Bladesmiths. One of these teams looking to stay in that playoffs bracket, the other one looking to get that top seed spot. Joining me this time around is Sir Pegasus. Sir Pegasus, Your Highness, introduce yourself.
Whoa, what an intro. What an intro. Thank you so much, Frost. Obviously, our first ever time casting together. And you've treated me so nicely right off the bat with that introduction. And I mean, there isn't a much better matchup for us to face for our first cast together. It's Bladesmith versus Prophets. Just like you said, Bladesmith trying to secure themselves that #1 and Prophets trying to keep themselves in that top 6. It's Renai that Bladesmiths are trying to run away from, the same team that swept Prophets this very week.
And you got to think you'd need a very similar performance to keep that parity. It's currently a 2-game win difference between Bladesmiths and Renai. You can't guarantee it here, but there's only 3 games left on the board. If you can open this up to a 6-game gap with only 8 games left, that means you need 2 games next week. Then Renai have to sweep both of theirs. Just imagine what a privilege that would be. You can kind of sit yourself back a bit.
Oh no, you can never set yourself back in the final week, Frost. I've been there. I'm in a similar position at the moment, and it's some of these matchups where you do expect yourself to win. When you see that disparity on the table, you can't let your quality drop still, because these are really strong players. We're in the elite tier, and looking at some of these players, some ones to watch, I immediately look for on Prophets KZ, the captain. 51 games, 50 goals, and 34 assists, followed by 80 saves. It doesn't matter where on the pitch they are, they're always going to have that impact.
That's such a nutty impact to have as well. We talked about it briefly at the start of the last series. Getting those big saves in keeps your game going smoothly for that little bit longer. Don't have someone standing out quite so much on the save standpoint on the other side, but the Forge Bladesmiths have shown time and time again they're fully competent, absolutely dominating rosters. Recent results that have gone especially in their favour: 4-0 over Green Phoenix, 3-1 against System of Solana Saturnia, 3-1 Council of Cerberux. The only real sticking point is their most recent game, the one they played this week, a shock draw against Illusory Deception. Do we know what went wrong there, Sir Pegasus?
Maybe it's just like I was saying before, you enter a match where you think you're going to win and you drop the ball just a little bit, and now you've got Renai catching up to you. Hopefully that fire is back under them and they can take the win. And now I think with that we should head into our predictions here, Frost. Would you like to start us off?
Sure. So I've kind of set aside that illusory result. I don't want to put too much weight on it. Even though it was the most recent one, I felt maybe I should have more, but I've said 4-0 to the Bladesmiths. And a total sweep here. I expect the Prophets will be putting up some goals, but I think, across the board, Bladesmiths should take every game here.
I'd have to agree that a 4-0 does seem like the most likely, but I'm going to give a little bit of faith to that Prophet side. I'll give them a game. I'll predict a 3-1 for Bladesmiths, and I don't think those 3 games that Bladesmiths win are really going to be close. I think it's going to be a lucky scraper, and then the rest showing why the number 1 is the number 1.
Well, the players are ready. I think that means it's time to get going with series number 2 of the night. We have the Bladesmiths, I believe, playing in grey, and the Prophets playing in white. Not hearing a correction from Kendo this time. I've got the nail on the head right here.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Kendo has said it's black and white, slightly off. But does it even really matter on the pitch? It doesn't matter what colour the cars are. We're going to see the exact same impact from the 6 players. I'll give them the go, go, go. They're all in the lobby. I'm all riled up and excited. We are 5 minutes past the hour. Let's get this series started. Prophets versus Bladesmiths. And we have kickoff.
They're off.
Oh, right.
Literally exactly the same
We
time
were
here.
both excited. Look, we both wanted to have the kickoff call. Let's get straight into the game. Bladesmith with some instant action coming off the ceiling. Falls out in the midfield, trying to get that early 1-0. Right off the post, hopefully not a sign of things to come. This top team showing an instant impact in the offense. They've just got to warm up a little and the goals will come. There is the 1-0.
And that was a deft touch as well, okay? That was right at the end of the amount of boost they had. They really weren't going to get much more than that, and yet it was so impactful. Stuns the ball in the middle of the air, makes it so easy to follow up on. And, you know, the follow-up goes right into the back of the net. Maybe, though, we see an opportunity for the Prophets to get a touch towards the goal here, but instead it's Rapids and Gamey getting this ball up to the backboard. Another touch from Gamey. Rapids drops it in. It's a double commit to keep that ball out. Drops it back down. Gamey to bottom right, but LJK is going to deflect this one to the side.
And it's a great defensive performance despite that double commit. They recovered themselves well and they stopped the Bladesmith attack. They're trying to clear it out of the corners though. These heavy clears. There's always a Bladesmith player waiting, and it's Rapids again, trying to get another goal on the card for the team. But look, it's just not leaving this half at the moment. Profit's doing well defensively, but it's all about that transition into attack, which I think they're missing right now as the ball finds itself across the front of the net again. Is constant pressure from the Bladesmiths.
3 minutes 40 gone. I feel like we could maybe have... Oh, hang on, wait. Wolfie. Just going to guide that one gently in. I thought for a second he was going to absolutely blast it. It already had a good amount of pace on it. But a wise choice there. And yet again, he's the goal scorer, making sure he's getting into those key positions to finish these shots off. What I was going to say before I was so successfully cut off. You know, not only are they cutting off the Visionary Prophets play there, but my own commentary was, it looked like they were starting to get an opportunity built up. I remember just got shut down straight away. Maybe need to tighten these offensive rotations, and that's exactly what they managed to do. LJK picks that one up off the corner there. Wolfie, I think it wasn't even that bad a clearance out. Just LJK ready, raring to go. Rapids wasn't positioned that badly in the net. When you get it that far into one of the 90s, those corners of the net where it can bounce a little unpredictably, and also is just the furthest distance from anyone is going to be. You can put it straight in, and that's a follow-up. LJK, once again, the deliverer of a goal for the Visionary Prophets. Coburn able to get this touch over to the side, throws Wolfie off entirely, and LJK getting that one in. It was a 3-man commit, though. We won't be seeing many of those, I think, outside the kickoff period, and definitely not something they can rely on to maintain this level of goals.
Also, it's a really quick change of pace, being 2 goals behind to equalising so fast, and Bladesmiths now in regular Rocket League time, I would say, are the favourites. Clearly, Prophets have got some sort of strategy on the kickoffs, but it's game 1. Both teams are warming up, you could say, and Prophets looks to be on another attack. I think Rapids will clear that one easily. That boost grab by Coburn gives them some bit more of an offensive push, and it's not something we've seen too often, except for, like we said before, just after those kickoffs, they're trying to get the redirect pass. Doesn't manage to get it, but it's followed up well by a Prophets player. And for the first time, I think we're really seeing Bladesmith on the back foot.
And they're being put on the back foot again here. Coburn almost getting a bump on Rapids to make that another really threatening play. But even so, it's still in the Blacksmiths' half of the pitch, the one where they should be the one controlling the play, and yet I'm not sure the last time I had an uncontested touch on the ball. Rapids there, at long last, getting one out to Gamey, who cuts off. I think that was Coben there, but it doesn't matter exactly who, because Visionary are back on offense again. Coben into the midfield, cut off by Rapids, no touch there at that 50. LJK now firing this one towards the net. It's looking like a brick wall in the meantime. It's been a nutty 3 minutes so far. I was going to say, how long do you think it's going to take, and what do you think it's going to take for a team to break through here?
I think next goal wins quite simply. I think Bladesmith, I would back them to do a really quick counter-attack if the chances come, and just as I said, Bladesmith have created something. Both teams have struggled to get it out their own defense. I think the ball favours whose half it's in for perhaps the next minute until you can get that big clear, which is what Bladesmith wanted here. Coben shutting down that midfield. Echo waiting on the corner. It's a good touch. They might be able to get it again. They've got the boost advantage there, and Wolfie in the net didn't get a touch. It's fine. It's in the corner. It should be safe. Just that second longer, but if you made that mistake any other moment this game, I think they would have been a goal behind.
Perhaps so. Wolfie, though, is there. A shot towards the net. Can't be finished off by Rapids. It looked so threatening going. Visionary once again on the back foot. We'll be looking to get this one away quickly because, as you said, it has been such a struggle for both these sides to get the ball to defense. And that's a loose ball out to Gamey. Echo not able to make up for that initial mistake. And so the Bladesmiths, with 45 seconds left, have this lead. And if it's going to go like you said it was, because this may well be game one done and dusted.
And it was my prediction, but I don't want to go too far into it. There is 45 seconds left. We saw how quick goals could be scored before. Can it be shown again? It was Profits, the team, to get the equaliser during that period. Can they pull out some kickoff magic again? It doesn't seem to be the case, but Rapid's clearance goes straight into the car of Echo, who has been doing these heavy touches quite a lot in defense, even during times where you think he'd want it to be a bit softer. And that ball now going back into the corner. Coben with an opportunity, blocked by Wolfie. It's Echo again, trying to find someone in the centre, but no one was there, leaving LJK alone. Some quick rotations needed from Echo. And luckily, no one was in the midfield to get on the end of that. 7 seconds left to go. They need to score before this ball realistically hits the ground.
This may be a struggle now. LJK going to get it to the corner. There's a chance, LJK. Is that bouncing up again? It is, but there's no follow-up this time. Bladesmiths are, by a whisker, going to secure game number 1. And if that's the game 1 we're going to get, maybe we've got a series on our hands here. And maybe my prediction was a little over-optimistic for the Bladesmiths.
I did see someone say in chat straight after our predictions, but apparently Profits have had some fairly recent roster changes, which I was not aware of, and they're going toe-to-toe with first place, so that means just before the roster log, they've made a very quick and smart decision. Can they keep it up, though, in games 2, 3, and 4? I actually have some faith in them. The chances came very early in the game, where Bladesmith had all the possession, and then in that second half, you could tell that Profits were just not letting that ball go, and if they can start off like that from the get-go, there's no reason why they can't take the series.
Absolutely not, I don't think. I mean, obviously, taking the series isn't necessarily what matters. I think a draw here would be huge for them in terms of their playoff prospects. Just looking at this Glaciers division as it stands, they're in 6th right now. If we're going to stay in playoffs, they need to keep ahead of Green Phoenix Scorch. They got swept, let's not forget. So any single game would be a better performance already. But if they can go into this final week with a 2-game advantage over, a 4-game advantage even, over Green Phoenix Scorch, that's a lot easier to keep on top of, I think, than if they were to get swept here.
Yeah, of course, and look, I've seen series like this where the game seems so close in game 1, and then it seems to fall apart in 2, 3, and 4. They've got to be able to keep the consistency, and also got to be able to push the ball just over the line. There are so many times I've seen a match fizzle to a 4-0 sweep where every game has been within a 1-goal difference. We can't have a similar situation here. if you are a Profits player. But here we are in game 2. And 30 seconds pass, and we're hoping to see some instant action from Profits. And for the first time this series, of course, only being game 2, they open up the scoreline.
Echo, no respect to the other team. To be fair, there was no one to respect on that backboard. Able to tuck that one beneath the crossbar. Not an easy angle, it has to be said, but it's going to be the angle which does the job and gets Visionary Profits their first lead of the series here.
It's the first time they're not having to fight from the back foot or an equal position. Can they maintain a lead? It's a very niche skill which some teams just don't seem to have, and Bladesmiths having to fight from behind now. This ball's coming off the backboard. Will anyone be able to get there? And it's just a save needed from Coben. I don't know quite the name of a player who has named themselves after Wolfie, who I believe is actually on another team in the other conference.
I mean, it's just one of those names, right? I believe it's Strafe, based on the names that we have available on that side. Echo getting this one over the top though. Coben, is it going to be another link up? Echo off the backboard, drops this down, but it's tapped straight back up by Rapids. A really crucial touch, I think, to keep that one out. And it's put them in a solid position to get a goal of their own here. This ball bouncing out, Strafe into the box. Wolfie now fielding that one back in, but it's Coben cutting this one off early. And if we're going to draw a contrast to the previous series, it has to be the read on the play. These players so much more ready to go for the ball quickly, even if it's at the cost of missing, to make the opponent much more awkward.
And well, now it's the chance for Profits to try and double their lead. Is someone in the middle? It's Coben. Goes up high. It's just a very solid 50 in the middle instead, which favours Bladesmiths, who get their chance, but it's really well defended. The double play from Echo and Coben managing to get it out of a danger area, but Rapids! Trying to come off either the ceiling or the wall of a redirect would have been extremely impressive to get themselves back in the game, but Profits maintain their lead.
It was one of those times where you just get the feeling this could be it. This could be the goal of the series, but it's not quite going in. LJK, almost a victim of an own goal, would have been the first time tonight. LJK, though, has made... I mean, it wasn't the clear he wanted, but it has been bundled up nicely. Strafe not able to get a play out into the white half of the field here. Rapids, though, has been able to get it through. Echo getting the first 50. Gamey, top left. And that's the equaliser here in game number 2.
And it's a strong 50-50 right in front of the goal line from Rapids. Just enough space for Gamey to get there. Required some speed to catch up to that ball, but we're in the lead, and speed is all that they've got. A good equaliser to get them back in just as the clock hits 2 minutes 11. A lot of action still left to go.
Okay.
Okay. Quick, straight after the kickoff, catching us all off guard here. Gamey, who was so fast before, was too slow for this ball, played completely for the defense, but the shot was placed beautifully into the top half of the goal. It was a hard one to reach, and Profits go from fighting from behind to maintaining a lead all over again. Bladesmith, they need to get another one. They thought the job was done. They could go back to a neutral game, and they were shut down so fast, and it can be one that is awful for the mental. Coben trying to get another strike on that. Gamey getting the save this time. And it's Echo trying to create some magic in the corner. Gamey again, who I just feel like is constantly on the ball at the moment, trying to be that player leading the charge, trying to double their series lead right now. But as it stands, Profits could be bringing this to equality.
I just want to remind you as well, Coben's the super sub here, and he's been putting up numbers. This guy has been pulling an absolute insanity to get Visionary some of these minor advantages, which have been crucial in developing this series for them. And, of course, putting up this lead in the first place. Echo now. Coben running Rapids around the net. Is this going to be an opportunity? It's not. But it's another threatening chance. LJK dropping this back down, though. It's off the post. It's off the post. Gamey was a little awkward there, I think, with the right bounce. It could have been unsavable, but it's not going to be, and it would have been so niche. And there was also someone else back that could potentially have saved it. A lot of variables to process. but ultimately it's going to lead to this ball being back in the midfield here. Coburn now just to the bottom right, and it's going to beat out. Oh, it's going to beat out the Bladesmith's defense. That's a 3-1 lead. This is almost domineering here in game number 2 out from Visionary.
And it's 37 seconds left to go. It's going to be hard for Bladesmiths to get this comeback. And just like you said before, it's that super sub Coburn finding that empty space in the bottom right corner. But can they get their revenge with a kick-off goal in retaliation here, Bladesmith? Gamey puts it high. And the player named after Wolfie, I forgot again who they are. Waiting.
Strafe.
Just outside, thank you, Strafe, just outside the box. Wanted to get another, but it's a counter nice and fast. 18 seconds left. They need to score quick if they want hope at even getting a kick-off goal to equalise it for them. Gamey's got space, trying to find the bottom right corner. There were 2 players there. It wasn't on target anyway. And it's Rapids now, fakes the ball, leaves it to Gamey. And I don't know if that was deliberate, but it is an incredible dummy play on the pitch.
Just gets underneath the ball. Everyone's up in the air. Everyone starts falling. And as soon as you start falling, you're not going back up again. If that ball goes above you, you're done. You're done. And that's exactly what happened there. 4 seconds on the clock now. Can the Bladesmiths recover over time? 0 seconds. It's going to hit the ground. You know, if there was a shot, but it wasn't quite going to be enough.
Hey.
We're getting word that there might be a server restart coming through, so we might be a little longer than normal. We'll just see what happens there.
Well, I think we're lucky here, Frost, because I think we've got quite a lot to talk about. It wasn't a...
We do.
We're back to an equal series now. Profits held a close game in game 1, did end up getting edged out by Bladesmith, but in that one, they seemed like they had all the power there.
Yeah, really, you know, just kind of turning it around. And, like, Coburn, this is his second, as far as I was able to pull from the stats database, second time on the pitch for this side. And he doesn't look like, you know, by common market value, he's the bottom player on this team. But by delivery on the pitch, you know, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it at all. And Casey, who's the one who's had the most appearances for this team on the Profit side, he's not here tonight. He's played 51 games. He's not here, and look how well they're doing. I mean, maybe he'll be even more impactful when they come back, but it's a team which looks like they can manage themselves effectively without him.
And the lobby's up. We're going to get quickly back into the action, and I'm sure the 7th place Scorch players are going to be looking very closely at this game now. Maybe a bit more nervous than they were leading into this series, because they were on, let me check here, the difference between game wins was 2 between Profit and Scorch at the moment. That has just been extended to 3, and if this match continues going how we've just seen it gone, that can cause a much larger separation, which makes it harder for them to get back into playing positions in the final week. There's not much chance for redemption anymore.
No, and I think that's the first of many, though, possibly. You know, that we said that one win was going to be a lot. That would differentiate themselves massively from Green Phoenix Scotch, which is the team they're fighting against to get into the playoffs. If they take a couple more, they could be looking to take on Offius Resports Caspian to get that little extra bit of seeding in playoffs. And imagine how big that would be. This is a team we kind of got discounted over the course of this series, right? They're just kind of hanging around in the midfield. But now really could start to make a threat.
And we're giving the players the go. They're all back into the lobby. Let's get straight into the action. The next win secures that they will, well, not lose the entire series. Draw or game win position is what you can put yourself in if you take this one game. The 4-game format, very unique to RSC, a very unique position you won't see anywhere else. So leave a follow and continue watching the stream. Rapids with some instant showing off the ceiling. Gamey showed a lot in the previous game, and they are back again, this time on a winning side.
Yeah, and what a way to take it back as well. 15 seconds, all that's required. And if you think about it, in terms of game time, it's only been 20 seconds since the last goal. Really starting to build up some momentum here. And I think the Profits are going to have to watch out that doesn't mean that the series starts to waffle away from them again. They have to stay focused. They have to not let that first goal get into their heads too much. LJK now. Oh, I thought he was going to link up with Echo, but Echo, I think, bailed out. Was quite late on to do so as well. Almost left his team in a nasty spot. That's a good clearance, though, to make up for it.
We want to keep this going, but Coben opens up a space with a demo. Echo in the corner, trying to get past Rapid. There was a player in the middle, but the ball just doesn't find its way into the goal. And Bladesmith keep their 1-0 lead. And it's strafe in the middle. Well blocked by LGK, who doesn't get a second touch, but Coben was ready behind, just not about in here. Echo hits it over. Will anyone be here to clean it up? And I think we had 2 opportunities there where we should have seen the ball on target. But the scoreline remains and the action continues.
So it does. Rapid's now off the corner. Cleared deftly by Echo. That's gone all the way across. Gamey is able to allow the ball to hit the ground, get that bit of upwards momentum so he can hit it and get it all the way back round again. This end-to-end kind of gameplay, though, isn't going to wind up with too many shots on goal, though. You're just passing the ball, basically, to the opposition, allowing them to reset. That shot, though, from Gamey, it was off the post, but was so dangerous. That was bouncing across, ends up catching the back of LJK's cut, who, if we're being honest, wasn't in that great position. You don't want to be caught off guard on that near post, and so it just bounces into the net. Bladesmith now with a 2-goal lead, and we've seen so far this series, these 2-goal leads have been very difficult to surmount.
It's a very unlucky way to go 2 goals down. Bladesmith's really going to have to fight back, and Profit's going to have to fight back at Bladesmith's and keep their mental in check. But Echo trying to create something. LJK can't really come off the wall. It's gone a bit too deep. Rapid's waiting for the redirect, but there's 2 in net, and oh my word, how's that ended up in the net?
Bosh.
Echo and Coben both up for it. Coben the only one to get a touch. Echo, it was just a complete whiff. Oh no, and it's 2 goals that they really shouldn't have conceded right now. And it's coming for the team, luckily not in that first seed spot.
I do just want to point out, nobody got a follow-up touch on that, I don't think. And yet, at the apex of its height, that ball was travelling at 100 kilometers per hour into net. That is the first from Visionary. If we're going to get back, though, Echo taking this one off the backboard to himself. Gamey, not the touch he wanted, but definitely in an awkward spot from the direction he was coming from. Yeah, so to give you an idea, yeah, 100 kilometers per hour at the height of its height, after a bounce already, and having crossed the entire pitch, it makes you wonder how fast that ball was going off the initial touch. That must have been a truly unwieldy speed at which it was travelling. Visionary, though, the Profits back on the offense, and LJK sliding this one in on the near post.
And here we see maybe the comeback looking a lot more possible now. I thought it would, Bladesmith were just going to take this game away, but now it's 3-2, 2 quick goals in quick succession. If they get a third, that's it. We're back to a deadlock game, and plenty of time to make that happen. We just passed the halfway point now. Gamey's been forced into a defense, trying to clear it out. LGK waiting in the middle. I think that'll be an easy ball for a Profits player. Well defended again, but these heavy touches will be cleaned up well by a Profits side that are kind of just hanging back and waiting for them. Gamey manages to keep the ball high, keep it just a second longer out of danger, and the teammates have been able to regroup and now create something of their own. Gamey lays it out. It's another ball off the backboard, and these backboards have been defended extremely well by both teams at the moment. Both sides wanting to make some action out of it. But I think it's been 2 teams way stronger on the defense than they have been on the offense, despite the high score lines.
That's so true. Yeah, we look at that. It's like, I'm not sure Echo had an awful lot of boost there. He definitely didn't use an awful lot. But all he needed to do was get a touch, which meant the ball slowed down and his teammates could get back around behind him. And that was all he needed to do. The ball now is just hanging around the corner. Nobody's scored. It feels like it's an awkward chance for anyone to score that one. I mean, maybe less, so that one was looking a little dangerous. Oh dear, that's big. That's big. It's a nice dribble from Gamey. We see Echo. I mean, it's just like, oh, you can't see my webcam. I was gesturing like a looking off into the horizon sort of thing as he was disappearing off the top left corner of my monitor. Yeah, these doubles on defense aren't going to be helping you. And I think maybe the momentum which we thought the Profits had built up isn't developing in the way we'd suggested it might. LJK though, that's a reset. It's not. Coben going to try and field that one back into the midfield, but otherwise it's going to be the Bladesmiths on the offense again. It's off the post. Gamey blocked out by Echo, and Coben's going to gather this one up. 50 seconds. It was a close one, but there was a lot of commitment there from Bladesmiths. Maybe an opportunity to bring it back, but no, Gamey's just going to shut this one in the midfield. That's a reset. He's got another touch. It's in. It's huge from Gamey. 5-2 the lead now in game number 3.
And maybe one to secure the game. What a touch! Coming off the corner to keep the ball in range for that pre-flip. It's just great control in general. That is what we want to see in the league. Not these, defensive mistakes, which I think were starting to creep in those final minutes. Just straight up outplayed. And Bladesmith go 5-2 up. They're looking favourites to go ahead in the series and make sure that they don't go to a negative series scoreline. And LJK trying to get one for the road, hopefully gets a flip reset, and just the same as before, Frost, we've tried to call one. I don't think they ended up getting it in the end. Echo on the defense, trying to throw it forward. Gamey, I don't think it matters what the result of this match is. They are my MVP, even when their teammates aren't performing. I just feel like they're always there.
This is a side that, any reasonable logic would say should be having the harder time. They're the ones with everything to lose in this game, and yet they were the one putting up the numbers. That ball is going to touch the ground. That's game 3 over to the Bladesmiths officially now, as opposed to just as a theoretical outcome. But I can't stress enough the resolve that Gamey has shown. 4 goals that game, by the way. 80% of the ones on his team, the majority of the goals scored in that game as a whole.
It's just incredible. What an individual performance, and it's against a Profit side which in game 2 and game 1 looked extremely strong. This has been the widest scoreline we've seen so far, seemingly out of nowhere, and Gamey always been showing that promise. I think Rapids and Strafe around him have realised that that's their player that they've just got to feed the ball to, and the results will simply come. But game 3, maybe Profits will have to change a couple of things here. Like we were saying before, a lot of defensive mistakes. Yeah,
I mean, some of them less bad. The problem is you get to this elite tier and it's literally the tiniest little mistake can be what costs you a goal. And I think we saw that a good number of times. It was like a minor double, which actually ended up with Echo getting punted off to the Shadow Realm. But that just left not enough people back to deal with the remaining shots, and it looked like they had the comeback on, but then the Bladesmiths got those 2 goals, brought it back out to a 3-goal lead, and it might be that they open up the scoring here as well. Gamey getting this off the backboard, another 50 now, puts this ball high. Rapids towards the right hand side of net. There's 2 players there to handle that one.
Echo a bit awkward in the corner here, maybe trying to leave it for a teammate. No, absolutely no intent in doing that, ends up bumping them instead, but they recovered fairly well from that. Echo getting in a rustle and tussle with absolutely everyone on the pitch, regardless whether they're wearing the same kit or not. Gamey trying to get the double tap. It's a good defensive clearance from Echo. Great, trying to create something off the wall. Coben gets it again. Rapids, and it feels like Bladesmith are just shutting down this midfield at the moment. Want to find someone in the middle. No one's really there. Both players hanging quite deep back, and I think it's given a bit too much space to Profits, who have a chance to create an attack right now. The ball just a bit too heavy. He's going to get past Echo, who in an unlikely position manages to pass it back to a teammate. A little bit of nerves in the starting minutes.
Yeah, still completely level. Echo now off to the corner. Not going to do anything with that though. It's Coben that was looking to get on that. Echo just picking this one back up in the other corner now, but Strafe's playing this over the top of anyone. That bit of miscommunication could throw everything into a bit of a mess here, but the Bladesmiths were pushed back into their half. A chance for the Prophets to recover. This ball now rolling down off the backboard. Echo to the side. Is there a follow-up? Rapid is there. And he is going to get the 50. He is going to secure some time for but it's Coben, yeah, playing this one back. Wait, Echo's just going to get on into the bottom corner. The Bladesmiths defense looking a little sparse here. Gamey getting in, but it felt like on the wrong side of the net there. He's having to turn around. Yeah, we see him. He's not been able to turn around fast enough. He's just facing straight back towards the goal. Couldn't have really made an attempt on that ball as it went into that near corner.
It was an awkward start in the match so far. Maybe that goal providing a reset for both teams. Sadly not in Bladesmith's favour, however, as Jamie tries to bring it back, doesn't get the right touch they want here, and it's Coben, that super sub, but like we were saying, trying to get involved with the action. Rapids leaves it for Gaming. Gaming on the wall with quite a lot of space here. Will just bang it to the backboard where there were two Profits players waiting. And LGK trying to make some forward progress, and I feel like both teams, it's been almost 1v3 for every attack. No one's really willing to push forward with their teammates at the moment. It's been fully counter-attack, drop-back tactics from either side.
Profits don't need another goal here. They get this game. It's huge in terms of their potential playoffs outcomes. And of course, there's a big fear of going even further behind when you're a goal down. And that's definitely not a position anyone from this Bladesmith side want to really put themselves in at all. Rapids, we know, has been pretty good. We talked about him earlier. Gamey as well with those huge plays last series. But they need to commit and they need to get themselves on the same page at once. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster. LJK almost putting that one in the back of the net and making this so much more difficult for the Bladesmith side. Echo now can't get control of this to the corner. He's getting bullied off the ball. A solid opportunity for Bladesmiths, but too many players back once again. It's not even like there was a lot of boost in their hands. All they needed to do was get in front of the ball because of where it was placed at the time. Echo now off the backboard. Again, it's a fine margin, but it's fine enough. And so that ball isn't going to trickle into the back of the net. We're still in this period of trepidation. Strafe now gets a full-up touch. That's on target. LJK can't reach. And that's going to tie up the series. 62 seconds on the clock. 62 seconds within regulation for one of these teams to really make something of this game here. Otherwise, we'll be headed to a very critical game for overtime for both of these sides.
And it was a goal that came seemingly out of nowhere. Strafe challenging in the air, beat the player, then somehow gets a corner read. I mean, that is an impressive way to bring the game back in the final minute, but they've got to keep up the momentum. They've got to create one more attack and put it away, because I don't think we're going to squeeze two more goals out of this game. Its next one wins, whether it's in overtime or regular time, and Wolfie! Oh my word, that's an insane goal! And it's also Strafe. Oh, why have they done that to me? But it's a double tap off the backboard. They've got the corner read. They have stepped up when the team has needed him.
Yeah, it's another huge shot. And even did he throw in a few twirls in there? I feel like if you threw a few twirls in there just for show. And he just needs to show off all he likes if he's able to make that off the back. But LJK now with a long clear. Coben can't get a touch. It's off the corner. Can he maybe find a bump to make this off a stick? Strafe now on the ball again. Can he get his third? He can't, but he's going to pass out to Rapids, and that might be the one that does it. 13 seconds on the clock. 2 goals required. It's looking very, very nasty for the Profits now.
And I said we wouldn't squeeze 2 more out of this game, and there we go. It has happened. A great infield pass from Strafe, who was just taking this entire game by storm in the final minute. It was a well-placed infield pass and a goal just to finish it all off. They're trying to get a 4th as well. They don't think it's over. They're going to keep going. They're going to keep suffocating this Profit side drop their confidence even more, leading into game number 4.
And there we are. All the games done, and it ends up, I think as you rightly predicted as well, a 3-1 to the Bladesmiths.
Yeah, well, like I said, it would be a little scrapey win from Profits where they held quite a close game, and the rest seemed very much in Bladesmith's favour. That game 1 was a bit close, but game 1s typically are. It's both teams just warming up, and I mean, fair play to Strafe, who was looking strong throughout the entire series, but in the final minute of the final game to put themselves ahead and secure them the win this series, he really stepped up. A corner read, a double tap, and an infield pass. That is beautiful.
I mean, literally, like, he's got his backpack, emptied out the school books, put it on, pulled the straps, and told his teammates to hop in. We saw it last game as well. We thought it might go Profit's way, and then it was Gamey that stepped up. I think that's what makes this Bladesmiths team so scary, is that at any time, in any game, anyone can start themselves up. And that's why every team really needs to fear them going into this playoffs. Ignis Conference, keep your eyes open.
I mean, I know I'd fear them, but I'm a mere challenger player, so I fear every single player I've just seen here on the pitch today. And fair play to all 6 of them. Who is your personal MVP here for us?
Oh, it's really hard to say. I mean, Gamey's plays were magnificent. That goal has to be goal of the series. But for me personally, yeah, that last game, Strafe getting those brilliant goals and that assist to boot to really put this series home was what did it.
It was incredible. What a way to show it. 2 arguably contenders for Clip of the Week. Maybe the first one, not as much as the second. I'm not even sure how deliberate that one was, but I'm sure that Strafe will say calculated. And, well, that is the second series of the day done. It was a 3-1 with the first seed proving why they are first, getting a win over Profits, who fought back pretty valiantly, I would like to say. We saw a super sub on the pitch, creating some action in between, and what a first cast I got to share here with Frost. It was an honour having you here in the booth, and sadly we are going to have to say goodbye to you. Do you have any final things you would like to say to the stream?
Not much, but it's been nice chatting with everyone. It's been nice chatting to you, chat, and Pegasus, I hope you have fun with this last game.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you'll stick about. It's about 20 minutes until the next series. I want to see every single one of you there. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you soon.
Just let me fall to my Just let me fall to my grave. Guess you got all you wanted. Yeah, I don't know why suddenly you're gone. You'll never be forgotten. Pretending no one is to blame. Too late to reignite our flame. How did I not see you running? How did I get behind? How did I not see this coming? Guess all you left me run. Guess all you left me run. attention. Overreacted and acted childish, impacted it's all around. When you were pushing me away, I should have tried to give you space and get out of your way. How did I not see this coming? You leaving one day. Pretending no one is to blame. Too late to reignite our flame. How did I not see you running? How did I get left behind? How did I not see this coming? Yes, all you left me alone. Yes, all you left me alone. How did I not see you running? How did I get left behind? How did I not see this coming? Yes, all you left me blind. How did I not see you running? How did I get left behind? How did I not see this coming? Yes, all you left me blind. If I changed everything, the way I walk, the way I breathe, will my fate shift into the night? But here I am, same old thing, thinking deep, no ecstasy. Reality haunts the living night. If I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, where you going? It won't be as simple for you. Time won't change anything if I don't know how to breathe. The current that pushed against the tide. Maybe once, maybe twice, turned around to save the time. Now I know how to leave the side. If I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Can I leave it all behind? Follow all the leading signs. When the dark is growing,
to change their mind. Cause you were sweet and looking like you care, boy. That was hard to find. I caught feelings, how could these feelings? 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 Push me away. I wanna stay, baby. Push me away, yeah. In my eyes, you made me feel alive. I don't know why you got me needing you. In my eyes, you made me feel alive. I don't know why you got me needing you. I caught feelings, I got those feelings. I caught feelings, I got those feelings. I caught feelings, I got those feelings. Right now I'm living in a daydream. It won't leave my mind. When I'm with you, yeah, nothing really matters. Don't need money or time. I got feelings, I got those feelings. I got feelings, I got those feelings. I got feelings, I got feelings, I got these feelings. Those feelings, I got feelings, I got those feelings. Got these feelings.
Clouds are stirring up the sky. I was always in denial of what I saw right in front of me. And every time I'm so damn lost to what I loved and what I lost. But let's get lost in love tonight. Hear a second voice inside my head. It's telling me to stay the night again and hold on to the words we always said would be forever, forever. Wait another day to clear my thoughts, so jump into a love that won't be forgotten. Forever, forever. Let's run away together. Let's run away together. Let's run away together. I wanna run away with you. Let's run away together. Let's run away. Let's run away together. Let's run away. Swear we'd never say goodbye. Fall asleep to lullabies with something that I thought I'd never find. And what is right and what is wrong, and all I ever saw was love. But let's get lost in love tonight. Hear a second voice inside my head. It's telling me to stay the night again and hold on to the words we always said would be forever, forever. Wait another day to clear my thoughts.
what it says. If I wrote you a letter, no, would I have a chance? If I wrote you a letter, no, would it even be read? If I wrote you a letter, no. If I wrote you a letter, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RSC EU. We're in week number 8. It's going to be one of the final matches of the week, and I hope that you are seeing two familiar faces on the screen. Obviously, me, Sir Pegasus, who casted series number 2, and someone who's been taking so many slots recently, it's Aaron.
Yeah, I'm back once again. I mean, if you look at RSC EU stream, you gotta be almost certain that I'm on it. But I'm on for the last match of today. Elite tier here. Darkness versus Tigris. Now, what are your predictions here, Pegasus?
Oh, we're going right on straight into it. Well, Darkness are fighting for that number 1 spot. They've got a game in hand on Drakes and equal game wins. And guess what? I believe they're going to stretch that lead to 4. That's right. I'm going for a Darkness sweep against 5th place Tigris.
Yeah, it should be realistic as well. So I'll just agree with you here. 4-0 sweep indeed for the Darkness side here. And yeah, 2nd place. They're in the momentum that they want. They want to get 1st place here. Why not do it with a sweep here, Pegasus? And let's just move on to the player stats now.
And look, I'm going to focus on one player here, and it's someone who Drake named themselves after in Series 2. It's Wolfie. He will be actually playing this time here for the Darkness roster. Our favourites to take the entire thing here. And well, are all 6 players in the lobby? We did start late, so let's just get ourselves straight into the series here, Aaron. I'm going to give the players the go, go, go. Let's get right into game number 1.
Yes, sir. Let's give them the go, go, go.
I've just been given a message in chat just as I said go, go, go. One of the players has gone to get something very quickly, so we're going to be delayed just that bit longer this time by the players. So, let's continue talking about the stakes here. Tigris currently sitting in 5th place. 6th currently has 29, and they are a series ahead of them. I think they're going to be fighting for those top 6 spots and maybe trying to get a push into those higher levels, those top 3s. Vanguards sitting on 37 wins to Tigris' 33 will make it difficult. They are on an even amount of series as well. No more game in hand for them to catch up to. Darkness. Well. We saw what the number 1 could do in the other tier with Bladesmiths, who got themselves a 3-1 win today. And if Darkness would be able to take the W here, that would put them as both the 1st seeds in both conferences. So the best of the best in Elites being put to show. And here we go again. We finally have kickoff.
Yes, sir. Kickoff finally started off a long way. It's because someone had a little difficulties here. But that doesn't stop us from kicking off here. Now to the silo, immediate 50 from Para here. Para now to his teammate Spacey, who shoots it to Cal. A little awkward position there. But fortunately for them here, it's in the corner, but Pekka gets it in the middle. Now, Sal gets it in the middle, passing play, but it ended up... Oh, Wolfie actually keeps it. Pinches it via the sidewall, but no real attempt.
It's just doing Quack beating to the ball. Zal has to make the save here. And we need to see some work here in the corner. Does well to beat 1 man, beats a 2nd as well. Wolfie on the follow-up, trying to get it in field. Doesn't manage to do it. It's well defended by Tigris so far, but the pressure continues. They've got to keep going. Duck doing Quack once again on the ball, followed by Wolfie. I think it's a clear sign of who our 2 offensive players are on this Darkness team. And it's been very back and forth. Not too many shots on net, but a lot of action in both corners.
Yeah. And yeah, Pegasus, I mean, you must wonder, both teams are neck on neck on each other. Which team is going to pull on the further end here? But that's just left to see. 4-game series, of course, as you already know, we're in RSC. Come on, you gotta know. But shot maybe be fatal, but beautiful save by Wolfie here. Keeps them still in the series with a 0-0.
trying to do some transition into offense now. Beats a player with some brilliant play off the ground, tries to find the infield pass. Someone was there, unable to get the right connection on it. Tigris now, back on the attack. It's constantly changing back and forth here. Wolfie beats into the ball by Vakrids. Both teams struggling to get past this halfway point. It feels like as soon as anyone gets close to the 6-yard box, they won't let it go in. And Zyle has his shot blocked by his own teammates.
Oh no, that was a really close big assist, but this is close as well. This time, not close. In the back of the net, Wolfie beautifully placed shot on the left hand, bottom right, left corner. Wow, struggling over my words here, but it's in the back of the net.
And it's another kickoff waiting to happen. Tigris on the back foot as Darkness put themselves ahead. It's the scoreline we were more predicting here. And Darkness on the touch, trying to keep it in the corner. Zal as well to get it out. And Tigris on the back foot again. They cannot let this happen. They are the team behind. If they want to create a chance, however, a quick counter could suffice. Zyle trying to control this corner, touches it first, the delayed 50 in the favour of Tigris. How is it Pair able to get a touch on the ball, abandons it, maybe a bit too fast for my liking. Okay, Nova, they're trying to fight from behind.
Yeah, but like Darkness here are on the routes that they're looking to. We said 4-0. They're about to do 4-0. Wolfie with immediately a second there. That's a good start in the first game here for them, and especially for him. Already 3 shots and 2 of them going in. These are the 75 shot percentage in the first game. I would say pretty a W here.
Yeah, double lead now, Darkness. I felt like they've had all the pressure so far. Tigris need to show that little bit more when they've spent some time in the opposing half. They haven't managed to maintain it for too long. And Darkness, however, look how good they are at keeping the pressure. Zyle trying to get a preset double tap. Unable to get that connection. What a way to put yourself 3-0 up. It would have been, but don't manage to get it. And Tigris with a little team pinch to get it in the opposing half. They've got to keep this attack going, but I think it's been a weak point in their game so far. Duck doing crack does well with the first touch. Keeps it close, keeps it tight to his car, and makes it harder for Tigris to really do anything.
Nah, Tigris aren't really doing anything at the moment. I mean, I think it's just Darkness trying to get a little used to attacking now. A little warm up, of course, against a 5th-tier side of mid-table. But a shot from Duck. Doing Quack. Quack's too loud in the back of the net here.
And Wolfie got the flick reset, went low. I think Pair expected the ball to go high. And even though the chance couldn't be finished by Wolfie, Duck doing Quack was there. And I think that is a player that I've seen a few times, I believe, in fantasy. I've had the honour of saying that name a few times on RS cards. But he's going to be able to create his own destiny now. Trying to sneak it past the goal line here. It's well defended, and then, oh no! I mean, it was good to block the first chance, but you've got to be ready for the follow-up. What is happening here? They had all the pressure. They scared them off just a little bit. Oh my word, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate is what this whole game is already for them. I think they just got to be looking at game 2. Got to be looking at aiming for a 1-3 because they're obviously playing for playoffs here. As the last weeks are ticking off, it just feels like yesterday the season began, but already at week 7, guys. You gotta get your grip now. Gotta get your wins in, but that doesn't work if you are 4-0 down. Week 8, thank you.
Just been corrected by production. It is week 8. We're past the roster lock. These 6 players will stay on their team for the rest of the season, but the question is, how long will their seasons last? Darkness, I think, have almost guaranteed themselves making it to the championship Saturday or Sunday. Tigris, however, will have to put in that extra bit of effort. And Darkness bring themselves up in the series. I'll check it.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts about that first game? It was pretty much a dominant Darkness here, doing Yeah, I would say doing their quacks here, but that's a that's a little too much wordplay of me there. But yeah.
And I've had to just
Oh,
put a
I
message
see. I
into
see.
the game chat. I'm sure some people following will be familiar with some of the name tags on the screen recently, but gonna be quickly fixed. So we're gonna delay game 2 just for a little bit here, and let's talk about what we saw in that game 1, Aaron. And for me, it was just darkness domination, just like our predictions predicted. A 4-0 in that game, 4-0 our series prediction. Who was your standout player?
Yeah, I would say Wolfie and Duck. Duck doing quack was really, really on point with her or his touches. I'm not really sure, but yeah, she was predominantly like, or he, I don't know, just touching like how she, like, you know what I mean. Don't let me struggle on my words here.
Listen, Aaron, you're always safe with they. There you go. There's a
Yeah.
little casting tip for you in the middle of our cast. But look, we're into game 2 now. Wolfie has changed the name. They are a great performance in game number 1. Can it be repeated in game number 2? There's only one way to find out. Zal on the ball, sees Wolfie in the midfield. Infield pass, doesn't manage to make it, it's intercepted, and a quick counter from Tigris promises maybe an early lead. It's a great save from Zyle, but it's not over yet. Pair quickly up, and it's a completely different Tigris side than we saw in game 1, but it isn't enough to stop him.
Unfortunately, not enough here. But yeah, Wolfie with the beautiful, beautiful shot. They saw the goal open there, and you know what they gotta do. Doing it in the back of the net here. 1-0, 4 minutes 33 remain. Darkness still looking predominantly dominant here.
Yeah, so I think you said it right there. Vekwa on the ball here, lays it off quite nicely to Spacey. Vekwa again! Still Jewiship just passing it back and forth between each other. Unfortunately, it just about wasn't enough. Zal trying to get the flip reset. I don't think they ended up getting it. Not doing quack. Trying to create an attack for Darkness. Wolfie on the ball. Doesn't get the touch but he wanted. Maybe a demo though. Trying to come out. There we go. We get one that's neutral. It's a 2v2 situation until someone respawns. And Spacey did on the same side as the ball was. Duck doing crack. Finally has some space to breathe. Backflips, manages to keep possession after the 50. Trying to create some action on the wall. Goes for the musty flick to set up a teammate. And it's just so well defended by Tigris, but they're going to need a little bit more than that if they want to get back in the series.
Yeah, but like Darkness, this beautiful double tap, that's almost in, but not quite in. Yeah, that would have been a pretty beautiful goal, but we're not here to talk about the past. We're here still. Duck doing crack now, going up for the double. That teammate may or may not have missed, but now for the counter attack for Tigris now. Tigris Vega goes up, flip reset, gets into the backboard. A little awkward for Cal, but Zal gets it out. What a passing play, actually. A double tap, maybe? No. Duck doing well. Missed there for open net for Tigris. And that's their first goal. An open net.
It's two very similar goals from both sides. I think this entire attack actually was created by a very nice cut from Pair right in the midfield. Who got in the way, created some action, and there we go. There's the open net. And I have just been told that someone we have been calling Zal the entire match is actually called Exile. I do apologise for that. And been doing decently this game on the Darkness roster. Maybe trying to create something more here. Sitting in third man at the moment, trying to get involved now. Wolfie's in front. Wanted to get a shot from a tight angle, but Tigris get in the way of that one.
Yeah. I mean, Tigris are showing more power than they have in the last matchup, and I think what I call to be a 4-0 might be a 3-1 here, but let's not give hopes up yet. Now, Darkness, Duck doing crack shot there, but Spacey with a pretty easy save. Now, Exile, yes. Get this in the middle. Oh, open net for Wolfie here.
Oh!
What a
And
shot.
there we go. They find themselves ahead yet again. Wolfie in the corner pops it up for themselves. It was a demo on the goal line on, I believe it is Vekwa, who's once again just leaving an open net. All three of these goals have been, you know, pretty simple for the person who's had to score them. It's all in the creation at the moment.
Oh yeah, all the creation indeed. And I mean, Darkness are doing what they should have done, like just continuing their good streak here, just continuing what they've been already doing. But now Tigris have shown some more sharper teeth here, and it's looking a little harder for them here, Pegasus.
Yeah, Tigris once again being pushed into their half by Darkness. They don't see the ball very often. Their goal did come from a counter-attack. Exile, is calling by his name, has created another goal for the team off the wall. Nice little flick into the ball. No one able to stop it. Even if someone got a touch, I'm pretty sure they'd be powering their way through. Great speed on the ball, completely in their control.
Yeah, indeed. And yeah, Pegasus, I think it's looking a little more dominant, like how me and you actually predicted. But I mean, I think Tigris here, if they get a grip, they might be able to show some more sharper teeth and getting more goals here. But at the moment, it's looking like the Duck Squad are probably winning this.
And I've really liked Tigris' defense so far. I just need to see more in the opposing half. I need to see more in the midfield as well. They're just not giving themselves enough chances. Spacey here, however, trying to shut me up with perhaps a double tap. Doesn't get it, but sets off well for Vekwa. And with 38 seconds left, this comeback is very much possible.
Pegasus, you know what we call that in here. That's a Goster curse here.
Yes, and Aaron, I'm afraid I've got to quickly let in Sister Pegasus, so take the last 40.
Okay, I'll take the last 40 for you indeed. Apparel shoots him, but Exile shoots it. Gets a good clear on it. Nah, Exile just doubled it actually, but not really his angle there, I would call that. Wolfie now on the backboard, just to get it past space, he gets it. Just a dunk, better does that, and maybe a goal would have set, but a little awkward. A good bump by Wolfie there, and it's trying to recover. Now Duck, just to get it past 5 seconds, Exile shoots it, and it's in. No, it's not in, it's close, and Sister Pegasus is in.
And it would have been a nice way to extend their lead. Sorry I had to disappear for a couple seconds. I'm now not the only person home at the moment. But that won't stop me celebrating. That won't stop me shouting over Great Rocket League. And Great Rocket League is exactly what we have seen so far. Tigris in the final half of that match, they were finally starting to fight back. And I think it all started with this little demo play they attempted. It didn't end up going to fruition. They didn't get the goal from it, but it was just a turning point where I started to see more Tigris players just push their players forward and actually try and create some attacks of their own. And say that match was extended by another, I don't know, 2.5 minutes. So if you replaced that first half with how they played in the second half, they could have very well taken that game. It's good prospects heading into game number 3.
Our prospects here. We got elites here. Come on now. No, I know what you mean. I'm sorry. Sorry for mocking you a little, but I mean, I must agree with you here, Pegasus. Indeed, I mean, they were showing in the last half, especially the pressure that they've been putting up, and it kind of feels like they were listening to you, getting more attacks in, and they did, and it worked out. But now, trying to continue the streak, I'm guessing in game 3 here. Sovereign Heights kick us off.
And here we go, another kick of Darkness, securing minimum a draw from this match. But when they saw their opponents heading into this game, I don't think they would have been happy with a draw. One more win and be a lot happier. Currently 2 game wins ahead of second place. Every single win so valuable in these final weeks. And Exile It's a good touch on the ball here. Well defended by the Tigris player. Wolfie, I think the big impact man on Darkness, trying to get involved quick in the starting 30 seconds, but we're goalless so far.
Oh, so far in the hey, Goster Curse had his finest back again.
No.
Call him
He's
Sir Pegasus
defending it.
Mother.
Yeah, it's twice in a row now. I feel like I shouldn't be saying anything. I'm influencing the results of the game, but Darkness. There we go. There was a bit of pressure in that first 30 seconds. It felt like they needed one opportunity, albeit that was one of the more awkward ones, and it found itself sliding in. But Tigris, quick revenge, gets us back to what we can just say is a 0-0 scoreline.
0-0, yes. In my head, it's 0-0 about your... Let's pretend it's 0-0. 0-0 for minute 14 left. Who can score the first goal here?
And Duck doing quack, tries to find it infield for Exile.
That's it, right?
It wasn't the best pass, and Wolfie gets an incredible second one off the follow-up.
Wow.
And what an individual effort shown in defense. But Darkness now trying to create an attack. Wolfie had the infield. It was defended really well yet again by Tigris. And when Wolfie touches the ball, I feel like it's just magic. This series so far been, I don't want to say carrying the team, but you can tell that they are the highest C&B.
Is he? Is he?
I wouldn't say so. I think Exile and Duck Doing Quack have done their job really, really well.
Yeah.
And Wolfie, as like I said, that top C&B player, being that impact person that you are supposed to be. Here we are again with a heavy touch on the ball, giving it away to Pear, who doesn't get the best shot, not enough power on it, defended pretty easily, and for the first time in quite a while, Darkness looking on the back. It's a great bump on the goal line, and Tigris are ahead.
Wow, what a bump there. And yeah, Wolfie can be as magical as he can be. You know all about it with the caster curses. But that's enough. Barra has had enough. Beautiful goal by him. And what's even more beautiful, I would argue, the bump. Beautiful. 1-2. And the Pandaris guy leads now.